Hello. You've probably seen from the title of this video and probably grasped already what we're going to be doing today. I was lucky enough to secure Billie Eilish tickets last year. It's coming up very quickly. Me and my friend, we're going to go watch. And we had this idea. We were like, let's make matching outfits. I'm a fashion design student and I've made similar things before. And I feel like my style is quite Billie Eilish anyway, the things I've made previously. And I was like, why don't we make, for me, a matching big pair of jorts and for my friend a big sports jersey out of old jerseys, because there's a shop near me that sells them for really cheap. Kind of, they've lived their life, so they need a new life. Back on my mind, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we could get Billie to see it and maybe send her a jersey too that she might wear either at our show or around and about. We've got to have these aspirations, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start by making my shorts. I picked shorts for me because I can easily like tailor it to myself. I really want them to look like her lunch jorts. I drew this picture, by the way, so I'm gonna give that a go. Ew. Yeah, I was just feeling really silly. I was like, let's try and do this. Let's try and get her to see this video. So if you can, like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Let's try and get her to see this. I'm so excited. I've never been so excited for a concert in my life. These are all the jerseys and like football tops I've kind of gathered together to use for this. Football tops were dead stock from a previous project that we did at uni, and all the other bits and pieces were secondhand from a vintage shop. I literally got each one for about £2. The question is, how do I do it? Because this is definitely a bit of an experiment for me as well. I want to make a practice pair of shorts out of calico, which is just like this plain fabric, to make sure that I've got it right, and then I'll do the same for the jersey later on. But I think I'm going to start with the shorts. I have this pajama bottom pattern, and then I've got a little fly pattern which is part of a different pattern, so I'm gonna have to combine those. I want to have pockets in them, and then I've also got this pair of trousers, which is kind of what I'm looking at for reference, because I really like the shape of these on me. I want the shorts to be really oversized as well. I think that'd be so cool. I want them to be like here, like just below the knee, but like wide. Like we want them to be a statement. I'm gonna add a section to the pattern coming out the side. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I've extended a little bit on each side. I'm going to do the same on the back pieces, and I'm just adding the pocket. All my patterns have drawings on them because I just use old paper that I've got, and my little animation drawings are on the back of that as well. I have constructed myself bigger bits of fabric from smaller bits of fabric because I had loads of tiny little scraps, and I've just basically made like 2 big pieces. They're very roughly done, but it's fine. They'll do what I need them to do. I've also made a mess in the process. But I'm going to cut out the front and the back pieces. I'm only going to do one side so far. Promise I'll eventually make 2 legs. I can't be walking around with only one half of my shorts done. I feel like I always make clothes that like a little boy would wear. I have made one leg. I kind of made a bit of a stupid error. If you don't know, on the crotch seam of trousers and shorts, the front bit of it and the back bit of it are different shapes. I accidentally cut 2 front pieces but adjusted it so that it fits the right crotch shapes. They actually look better this way. You've got to trust the process with this because they look kind of insane. I want them low-waisted. I've put shorts on for now for like my decency purposes. It's quite a stiff fabric and the jerseys aren't, and I want it to stand out so that the shorts are quite like wide this way. So I think I might need to put some interfacing on the inside to sturdy it. And then because the waistband's really big as well, I've had to do a little pleat here, which is just where you fold the fabric over, and I've done the same on the back as well. I kind of really like the way the pleat adds volume into the shorts as well, so I think I'm just gonna go with this, honestly, because imagine this but 2 legs. I think that's the perfect shape. Call me crazy, you're gonna have to trust the process, but I think it's gonna work. I'm just gonna unpick along this seam so that I can use the calico bits as pattern pieces. The waistband is 12 centimeters long so that I can fold it over and have like a nice neat waistband in there. I need to mark up 12 centimeters down from there. I also need to mark up where the pocket needs to go and where the fly needs to go. The fly I'm very nervous about, and I'm just going to place my pocket pattern piece on there and just draw a line where it comes to on either side. In my design, I want to put the big star and the 32 on it like she has on her lunch jersey. Ignore my hair, I'm trying to stop it from getting greasy. I honestly think we're on to the fun bit. I think it's time to start piecing together bits of the jersey to figure out what layout we want. Ooh, excited. Done a little 32. I've made a star shape. And so now it's time to get all of the jerseys out. The star needs to be a slightly different colour so that it stands out against the rest. All of the jerseys that I've found are red and blue. There's a lot of fabric because they're double-sided as well. And I've also got to remember that I've got 2 other jerseys to make with these. It's a new day. I might start making the pattern for the jersey because we got the short pattern down. I've cut out all the pieces for the short. It's just a case of I need to get some lining fabric and I need to get some interfacing, which basically you iron onto the fabric, it just makes it a bit stiffer. So kind of at a hold up point there. This is what a toile is. A toile is like a mock-up of a garment. Can't even see. This is the one I made before I made my green jacket, which I have a video for if you want to see how I made that. But basically I was thinking, because the jersey's big and oversized, we could start from this pattern rather than drafting a whole new one. So I think I'm going to take the sleeves off first, see if we want the hood. This is what it looks like now. We need to make this straight here. Kind of think we're onto something here. I think this is really cool. If you picture the front's done up, I'm just debating with the hood or without the hood. I think I'm going to send a picture to Lauren, who I'm going to the concert with, and just see what she thinks. It's more interesting than just having it as the jersey itself. I put a clip in yesterday of me going to the vintage shop that I got the jerseys from, because I needed to get some more for Billie's one. They didn't have any more red and blue ones, which I was kind of sad at to start with, but I think it was a sign. But the ones I found in the shop are blue, like this navy and this yellow. This one's black and yellow. I think this colour combination is so Billie. So me and Lauren will be in red and blue, and then this is the one that I'm going to try and get her to wear. This is such a mission, guys. You need to help me out with this. I think it would just be the coolest thing if she wore it. But yeah, we got blue and yellow ones. So what I'm going to do this afternoon is I'm going to cut out the jersey pieces for Billie's and fuse Billie's, because I did all of the interfacing on the other ones yesterday, which is what I was doing. I went into the studio to do it because so much easier, and they have a fusing press rather than at home we've got this tiny little iron and no ironing board. So I'm just gonna go in because there's so much to do. And I managed to get all the lining fabric, cut all the lining fabric out, get some interfacing, cut all the interfacing out, fuse the interfacing. So we're on a really good track.
They don't like cold weather either.
Cut out all the pieces for Billie's one now. I just need to cut out the interfacing. So it's actually so much easier here because I've been able to light out completely on my floor. It's kind of touchy subject whether it's going to do all of the pieces. But basically I'm just going to lie them on it, cut out around them, and then when I go into uni on Monday I'll fuse them all. But also look how pretty the light is coming in off my disco ball. In true honour of Billie, I've been listening to some Billie. And Mac Miller. Random combo. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a little while, I'm not gonna lie. It's just starting to sew it together, and I'm gonna overlock it all. I've done a little test swatch just on this scrap bit of fabric I had. I've got limited colours when it comes to my overlocker. For mine and my friend Lauren's, I think I'm going to use my coloured threads because I've got more of them, and then for Billie's I'll use white because it's more cohesive. I'm going to sew Lauren's top together. It shouldn't take me that long. I just need to attach the pieces together so I can then recut the piece with the original pattern pieces to make sure it's exact. I have now overlocked all of the pieces, so the hood is all one piece, which is pretty cool. Back and front are done. It actually looks really nice on the inside. I'm honestly thinking maybe I don't even need to line it. What is happening is we've got the seam is just not particularly flat, which is quite normal. I'm gonna top stitch it, which means just running a row of stitches along the top with my sewing machine so the seam lies really nice and flat and looks really professionally finished.
You don't need a hurry. You don't need a hurry. Time we don't waste much.
We decided to do a photo shoot for the finished pieces. At this point I've only finished the 2 jerseys, but we wanted to get a lot of content of it so that we can make TikToks and post photos and like do a little photo shoot with it. I'm still working on the shorts. They're a work in progress, but here are some of the pictures that we took and I think they turned out so cool. We also did like a little music video as well. I'm going to be posting that on TikTok, so make sure you go and follow me over there. Do it whenever. It's now after the concert, everything's done, but I was looking back and editing the video and there are some gaps I need to fill you in on. I never showed you the finished items. I finished the shorts off camera because I realised I had 3 days before the concert. You saw me like drafting it. It was no different from the hoodie thing anyway. But these are the finished shorts. And I'm so pleased with them. I love them and I'm going to wear them all the time. You can see me in the reflection, that's embarrassing. I'm going to wear them all the time. And I put this big star on the side. I had a bit of an accident where I spilled an entire bottle of Coke over them. But somehow, I think I managed to get it all out, which is just nuts. You could technically wear them as reverse, which is quite cool. And then I made these labels that have my logo on it. And it like says, this one's a bit cut off. It says hand wash only at the bottom. It says my Instagram at the top. I haven't got the other jersey with me. I've got Billie's one. She didn't wear it at the concert. We were being so optimistic that it was gonna happen. We think she read our sign because I had a little sign up at the concert. So the fight is not over yet. If you are watching this and you've watched this far, please send it to her, please tag her, please send it to her on Instagram, all of the things you can possibly do. We're still gonna try and get this jersey to her because I made it for her. I put a lot of time into it and we've not given up yet. Again, it's got another little label in the back. I love this one. I think the colours on this one are so cool. This is jersey number 1. I love her. She's so cool. Okay, and these are the shorts. I actually love them so much. They've got pockets, they're like proper pockets. Haven't got the other one because it's Lauren's now. I'm gonna put some photos in here of the photo shoot we did. We did a little one the night before the concert because we were like, we're gonna have one last hurrah. We're gonna make a load of TikToks, we're gonna do loads of photos, see if this works. I'm so glad we've done this whole thing as well, even though she hasn't been able to see it because it's been so fun. We've had like, I think I was working out the other day, we nearly had 300,000 views collectively on all of the TikToks I've made, and everyone was commenting and tagging Billie Eilish, which is just insane. Like there are thousands of comments of people tagging her and being like, this is so cool. If you are one of those people, thank you so much, because I genuinely didn't expect that much support from everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please tag her, please send it to her. I'm going to try contact her stylist. How I'm going to do that I don't yet know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. I realise it's been a long one. I love you all, and subscribe to see more like this. We're coming up to some really exciting periods for my videos as well because I'm about to start my final collection, so let me know if you'd like to see some of that. But yeah, love you all. Bye. Bye bye bye.
Hi, my name is Lauren,
And
and I